watch daily videos, and ace your GRE preparation. Don't forget to click on the bell icon and subscribe to the channel. Hey, hi guys, this is Aishwarya once again, and welcome to the channel GRE King. I hope you guys are revving up your GRE preparation and studying seriously. One thing which I want to tell you all today is if you go to the link in the description below, there is going to be a link which will give you access to GRE King free ebooks. Okay, so what's there in those ebooks is there are things like 50 must solve GRE text completion questions, 50 must solve GRE reading comprehension questions, 100 must solve quantitative comparison questions. So, what I've done is our team of GRE toppers has actually curated the must solve most important types of GRE questions that you should be actually solving in order to prepare for your exam. So, all you have to do is you just have to go to the link and click on the sign up for free material, and in your emails you are going to receive all of those PDFs which are there. So that's one important thing which I want to tell you today. Second most important thing is there is a link of the course given. So every Monday and every Friday, all the students who are very serious about the preparation, because if you are aiming to give your if you're aiming to go abroad next year, which is in fall 2021, then ideally somewhere September end is the maximum that you can give your GRE, because then you will also be giving your TOEFL and you will be doing your applications and lot of things. So people who are serious, they are already studying with us every Monday and every Friday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Every Monday is quants lecture and every Friday is verbal lecture. So there is a link given below. You can click on that link and you can use the coupon code GREKing50 so that you get some 50% off, and you can get access to that course along with those online lectures wherein you are going to meet the faculty one on one. There are a lot of recorded videos kept, like 40 hours of recorded video sessions along with your mock test as well as sectional test. All of this is kept in your dashboard, so you will get access to the complete study and preparation material. Okay, so that is all information which I wanted to give you with respect to the course. Now today we are going to talk about reading comprehension. Okay, how do you actually approach a reading comprehension question? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take up a real reading comprehension question, read it out along for you, and then actually start solving it. So all of these questions are actual GRE reading comprehension questions, so that you understand how do you approach a reading comprehension question. So that's going to be the agenda for today. So let's start with the reading comprehension for the day. You know what you have to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the entire passage with you. You can stop the video, like pause the video, and you can actually read the entire passage. And then when I am actually reading and explaining you the meaning, you can actually match up to your understanding. Okay, so stars create energy through the process of fusion. Okay, so they are talking about stars creating energy through the process of fusion. When a star explodes, a phenomenon called a supernova, so much energy is released that heavy metals such as iron and gold are formed, seeding surrounding hydrogen clouds. Okay, so here they are talking about when a star explodes. So what's the phenomena called when a star explodes? It is called supernova. And when it happens, so much energy is released that heavy metals are formed, seeding surrounding hydrogen clouds. Newer stars, therefore, contain more heavy elements in their atmosphere. Heavy elements form the materials that make up our planets and even human bodies. It is believed that for a system of planets such as our solar system to form around a star during cloud contraction, the presence of these heavy elements in the cloud is a necessity. Presence of these heavy elements is a necessity to form for the solar system. It is believed that for a system of planets such as our solar system to form around a star during cloud contraction, presence of these heavy elements. What are these heavy elements which we read here? Okay, newer stars contain more heavy elements in their atmosphere. Heavy elements form the materials that make up our planet. Okay, now let's go to the next paragraph. A molecular cloud can become unstable and collapse by the force of gravity, overcoming outward thermal pressure of the constituent gases. Okay, so molecular cloud which is there can become unstable and collapse by the force of gravity, overcoming outward thermal pressure. At a given temperature and density, two critical measures of size, gene's mass and gene's length, can be calculated. If the size of the cloud exceeds Okay, either of these critical values, gravity will ultimately win and the probability of eventual cloud contraction is high. Last one, however, some outside influence is still evidently required for a theoretically unstable cloud to initiate collapse. The natural rotation of a galaxy can slowly alter the structure of a cloud. For instance, surrounding supernova can generate shock waves powerful enough to affect the debris in other clouds, forcing the debris inward and possibly causing contraction to begin. One theory states that density waves propagation through spiral structures can also sufficiently stimulate clouds to cause contraction. Okay. So people who are not aware of this entire phenomena, so here they are talking about that, how when a star explodes, a phenomenon called supernova is released. What is supernova? Supernova is nothing but when a star is going to erode, a lot of energy is going to be released, and because of that energy which is going to be released, it's going to give rise to iron and gold, which are going to seed hydrogen clouds. So, in this paragraph, primarily they are talking about the phenomena of supernova, and along with that, they are also talking about what happens when a cloud collapses, what kind of pressure is there, whether it is a thermal pressure and gravity, because of gravity it happens, what are the different constituent gases which are involved, what are the other factors which are involved, like, for example, genes mass, genes length, all of these things. Okay, so primarily it is talking about a phenomenon which is called supernova, and it also give you a gist of that, stars create energy through the process of fusion. Okay, what's the process of fusion? The process of fusion is being explained in the given paragraph. Now let's read the questions and understand. Consider each of the answer choices. So here again, if you can see these boxes, that means you can choose more than one answer choice. Okay, so here there are three, so more than one can be the correct answer. The author of the passage suggests that cloud contraction may begin in which of the following ways? Okay, so here they are talking about cloud contraction. So, cloud contraction can begin in which of the following ways? First is through the process of fusion. Okay, so if you have read the paragraph carefully, you might be like, familiar with this. Through the process of fusion, stars create energy through the process of fusion. Here they are talking about it's a trap. Okay, so the first option is a trap. Why it's a trap? Because it's saying that stars create energy through the process of fusion. It's not saying that cloud contraction happens through the process of fusion. So don't overthink, over assume that, okay, if stars create energy through the process of fusion, so cloud contraction ka bhi matlab wahi hoga, and just mark this. So it's a trap. First option cannot be the correct answer. Let's go ahead to the next option. Explosions of stars within a close enough proximity generate shock waves that prompt contraction in nearby clouds. Okay, so again, read it like nicely, if with full concentration. You know that you have seen this statement somewhere. Generate shock waves that prompt contraction in nearby clouds. Okay, so I've seen this in the last paragraph. Surrounding supernovae can generate shock waves powerful enough to affect the debris in other clouds, forcing the debris inward and possibly causing contraction to begin. Okay, now explosion of stars and your supernova. Okay, but we read in the first statement that explosion of star is called as supernova. So this is the interpretation that you have to do by yourself. Okay, so what do you mean by the explosion of stars, supernova? And this statement is exactly written in the last paragraph here. So this is the correct option. Yes, it helps in cloud contraction. Last one, debris within a cloud is forced outwards. Okay, so here they are talking about that, debris is within a cloud is forced outwards. So let's see if this was right or wrong. But the question says that, suggests that cloud contraction may begin in which of the following ways? So will the cloud contraction begin if debris within a cloud is forced outwards? Let's check here. To affect the debris in other clouds, forcing the debris inward. Okay, again here it's the opposite of what's given in the passage. Debris inward, debris outward. So this is also clearly wrong. So if you guys actually are understanding what is going on in the passage, this question was such an easy question. First one is a trap because they are talking about stars create. Second one, just Instead of supernova, it's written explosion of stars, but you have to actually understand that, both mean the same. And the third one is clearly incorrect here. So the correct answer here is only option 2. Now let's begin with the next question. Okay, so let's read the next question. Which of the following inferences about our solar system is best supported by the passage? Okay, so these are all the inferences. They might not be exactly given in the passage, but this is something that has been inferred from the passage. Okay, so don't look for literal meaning of all of these statements in the passage, because in the question it clearly mentions inferences. Which of the following inferences about our solar system is supported by the passage? So these are inferences, and inferences about what? Our solar system. Not about cloud contraction, not about supernova, not about molecular cloud, but about solar system. Okay, so that is something that you have to keep in mind, because this entire passage is talking about stars, molecular cloud, supernova, contraction. Okay, and there are like very few sentences where actually solar system comes into picture. So be very careful with what you're trying to actually achieve. Okay, life in the solar system depends on energy from the sun. Okay, this is a true statement. Okay, life in the solar system. So if you actually practically think about it, okay, outside of this passage, this is a true statement, but nowhere in the passage is this mentioned that life in the solar system depends on energy from the sun. So this is wrong. Okay, let's move to the next option, option number B. So option B states that when the system reaches a particular size, it can become unstable and begin to collapse. Okay, where is this mentioned? When the system reaches a particular size. Okay, so it is not mentioned anywhere that the system reaches a particular size, it will become unstable and become collapse. And here we are talking about solar system, and here they are talking about molecular cloud can become unstable and collapse. So molecular cloud and solar system, as I told you, there are two different things. So again, this cannot be the right answer. The natural rotation of the galaxy can alter the galaxy's structure. Okay, so the natural rotation of the galaxy, are you guys okay, so this was already there in the third paragraph. If I see, the natural rotation of the galaxy can slowly alter the structure of the cloud, for instance, but it is nowhere related to our solar system. So again, it's a trap answer and it's wrong. Let's go to option number D. It is believed to have been formed from materials seeded into hydrogen clouds. Okay, now if you remember in the first passage, we exactly, in fact, even explained you this. Okay, what did I explain you here? When we were talking about newer stars are formed, heavy elements form the materials that make up our planet. It is believed that for a system of planets such as our solar system to form around a star, the presence of these heavy elements in the cloud is a necessity. And that is what it is mentioned here. It is believed to have been formed from materials seeded into hydrogen clouds. And here it is mentioned that, seeding surrounding hydrogen clouds. Okay, so D here is the correct answer as mentioned in the first paragraph. Let's see, check E option also. It produced so much energy when it was formed that heavy elements were generated. Okay, so it's the opposite, it's vice versa. It produced so much energy that heavy elements, no, heavy elements were generated. That is why solar system was formed. So it's the opposite of whatever is being said here. So which of the following inferences about our solar system is best supported in the passage? The correct answer here is, it is believed to have been formed from materials seeded into hydrogen clouds. Okay, so this is the correct answer. This we inferred from the first paragraph of the passage. Now let's look at the third question. It can be inferred from the passage that which of the following inhibits interstellar cloud collapse? First is interstellar cloud collapse. Okay, they are not talking about stars fusion and star explosion and all of those things. They're talking about cloud collapse. Supernova explosions, no. Galactic rotation, no. Gravitational force, no. Density waves, no. The correct answer is thermal pressure. Very easy, directly given in the second paragraph, which is collapse overcoming outward thermal pressure of the constituent gases. Okay, so the correct answer here is option C, okay, which is thermal pressure. Okay, so the gist of the entire passage which I explained you was, first read the passage, understand the different elements. Okay, so here the entire passage spoke about stars and supernova and molecular cloud and collapse. But the second question, if you guys saw, it spoke about solar system. So you have to be very cautious about what is being asked in the question and what your answer should be. Okay, so randomly, if you have seen something somewhere in the passage and you try to relate it, map it to the question, then your approach is going to be wrong. Okay, so this was all from my end for this reading comprehension passage. I'll see you guys in the next video where I'll be doing a lot of other reading comprehension passages and critical reasoning questions. Till then, all you have to do is you have to click on the bell icon. If you click on that, you will receive daily notifications, and share it with all your friends and family who are facing, like, difficulty, who are preparing, all your friends who are preparing for exams like GRE, and they are facing difficulty with GRE reading comprehension. So share it with your friends. And if you need some specific thing for me to actually make a video on, you can put your comments in below, and what I'll do is I'll just check up all the comments and I'll definitely help you out with curating all the other videos. Okay, so this was Aishwarya, and goodbye and all the very best for all your exams. Bye bye.